But I do take my job seriously, and all of our plenary speakers are only allocated 12 minutes so that we can get through the evening. So I just want to let you know, I'm not being rude or non-Buddhist, but it is my job. Kick them off the stage sometimes, please. Don't make me rude, please. All righty. Well, our first speaker, you know her, you love her, everybody knows of her, Becky Robinson. She is the founder of Alley Cat Allies, which of the whole key in our American Relief strategy. And under her direction, this incredible organization has become one of the nation's leading and largest organizations helping millions of animals. And actually, can you run this conference? You are a veteran just like me. Young we look? I know. So please help me welcome. And she's 28. Becky Robinson.
Spent the night in a hotel hallway at one of the first conferences you ever put on. So when you want to talk about what can you do, what is going to make you do something, make every excuse, come up with it, I can't do it because I hitchhiked there from Kansas, it was in Chicago. And I think someone, after kind of walking over me a few times, kind of dragged me into one of their hotel rooms. And that's how I spent my weekend in Chicago. And learning a lot of the things that we're learning today. But what I'm here to tell you about is the fact that I feed cats. And feeding cats is controversial. Just like rescuing very sick and ill dogs. How many people got up this morning or came here tonight before they came here, fed cats, or made arrangements for someone to take care of your feral cats? There you go. And the reality is that I tripped over a colony of cats, and I'm here today because we were told that those cats were not deserving, and those cats should be killed. And today we're still told, 18 years later, there have been over 200 nonprofit 501c3 groups organized for feral cats in the United States. There have been hundreds of programs. And our system, known as the animal control system, is based on killing. And we are lied to. Again, we are told it's a necessary evil. And the public's told this. This is a system that is not transparent. It is run with your tax dollars, and it is also run with your donations to facilities who are organized as nonprofits that fundraise. And as my aunt would always challenge me, because she ran a humane society, it is the reason that I was involved with animals. And I ran away from Kansas all the way to DC, and here I am, talking to you about humane societies. She says, but they do some good. But don't they do some good? 70%, more than 70% of all cats are killed when they enter. It is the #1 documented cause of death to cats. Is it feline leukemia? Is it FIV? People call it HIV for kitties. Kitty HIV, it's not, it's FIV. No, that is not the #1 killer to cats. Alley Cat Allies has a new strategic plan. We formed because we thought all we had to do is tell people that you could just do traffic return and not take feral cats who are unsocialized. People here know what a feral cat is, right? Do I have to explain it? It is an unsocialized domestic cat. Cats have lived with us now for how many years? Actually, double that. Did somebody say 10,000? Why did you say 10,000? And why do we know that? Because there's 2 new studies. We know it's actually twice as long as what we suspected. And we didn't domesticate them. They came along with us. And so this idea that now we do have this species going to change natural history of this cat for 10,000 years, because that's man, we can do anything. The species that we are, that we believe we're going to change natural history of thousands of years, and they're going to be indoor only. There are cats living everywhere in every kind of environment, in the coldest of climates and in the highest of climates. And they make their home out there, and they survive without us. Do they need intervention? Do they need their lives improved, which is the purpose of spay and neuter and helping them along? Yes. And in fact, all cats are endangered species. All small wild cats, all large wild cats are endangered in our world, except the domestic cat. So we are told now that if you think about it, if you think about all the issues, how many have been here all day today and attended workshops? When you think about the words that justify this killing, that we need to somehow bring the cats along with the dogs, so we need to license them, it's a killing machine. More cats will be brought into the system and they'll be killed, whether they are socialized or unsocialized. They need to, there's an overpopulation. We have to solve think about overpopulation. Isn't that how we justify hunting? Because there's an overpopulation, there's too many of them. Think about the words. That's what you guys have to think about, is what you're talking and hearing, that they have to be euthanized. And you don't use the word euthanized. We know the true definition of euthanasia. It was developed because it was to put a person or an animal out of their misery that were suffering. There was no chance for any hope for recovery. I have two things here. We had commissioned Harris to do a survey, and they asked the question, and I'm 28, I'm going blind. If you saw a stray cat in your community and could only choose between two courses of action, leaving the cat where it is outside or having the cat caught and then put down, this was a national survey, which would you consider to be the more humane option for the cat? 81% said leave the cat where it is. 14% said have it put down. This year for National Feral Cat Day, because we've done this every year for several years now, National Feral Cat Day, October 16th. And you can get one of these at our table, or you can go to alleycat.org and read all about the fact that what we have to do today is carry on. If you're running a trap and return program, if you're caring for cats, because Melanie walked up and told me all about how she's helping cats. Many of you in this room are. But what you need to do is help us stop it. You need to come to our table or go to alleycat.org. You need to take our photo pledge, and you need to get 10 of your friends. Whether they know anything about animals, whether they are vegan or not, you need to get them to sign up and help cats. They need to take the photo pledge. We need to build this. This is where people are going to find us, like the dogs that need help, the sick dogs. People relate to this. This is how people share their lives with living animals, is cats and dogs. 1 in 3 households has a cat in their house. 1 in 3 of those cats were strayed at one time. This, if we talk about the compassion, if you think about how you have compassion, what that means to you, and how it plays out in your life, for that person that knows nothing about what we're talking here tonight, knows nothing about tofu, for goodness sake. This is what they relate to. This is how you can touch them. This is how we're going to build this movement. This government system has to be transparent. It cannot continue. And if we see this as equal as all these other government agencies that we must change and stop what they're doing, then we're going to be on a level playing field. This is where you're going to get the public. The public is going to follow you on this. The public is going to join us on this. We need them. They are on our side. They just don't know it yet. alleycat.org, or our table. The new campaign that we've launched is Lives Count, Secrets Kill. We've got to expose the system. Thank you.